Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great in the Puerto Rico here. Check out this shot, and the title of the video today is, did the Puerto Rico get buffed or something, or is it just me? Because man, this thing is strong now all of a sudden. Just taking a look at the shot here on North Carolina. Boom, 20,000 hit points, really? On the Citadel? I mean, look at this shot on the hipper too. I mean, I don't know what it is, but man, this ship is strong now. I remember when I first got it, it just seemed okay. But take a look at this shot. Bam! Citadel. Pretty intense. I mean, 3 overpins, 1 penetration, but 1 in penetration is pretty rough. And watch this rear shot right here. I mean, I would think 6 shells, no big deal. I'll take a quick shot at it. And boom! Citadel. 3 penetration Citadel. Look at that HP right there, and that's incredible. And then here's another fun video I had for the Puerto Rico. How to take on a Thunderer and a Brindisi at the same time, splitting the two right here. And just look at the tactic here. Essentially what I did was go between both of them while the Thunder is shooting at somebody else, or focused on somebody else. The Brindisi's focused on me, so I had to basically split my ship between both of them to angle the best I can to maximize my armor potential here. They fire. I knew the Brindisi had torpedoes. I fired a shot at him. It takes a Citadel. I thought that would kill him, but I was wrong. So what I'm going to do right now is swing, obviously dodge the torpedoes, but continue the turn throughout, bringing the rear guns to front, all while having all 12 guns focused on the Brindisi, and boom, whammy kablam, he's out, and continuing the turn, and to hopefully to avoid potentially a Citadel there, but good thing the Thunder was not facing us. So that was the technique and tactic right there. Let me know what you think about that, but it worked out for me in that situation, and good that the Thunder was focused on somebody else. All right, so let's look at the main event right here. The Puerto Rico, this came out a while back. If you guys haven't realized or heard the drama with all of this, I think it was the first public affairs, if you will, fiasco. They call it the Puerto Rico fiasco. It was released maybe, I don't remember nowadays, 2 years ago or something like that during the Christmas time frame. The only way to get it was to do almost impossible missions. I mean, you literally would have to grind. And check this shot out on the Des Moines. Oh, bam! Look at that. That is a sick shot right there. I love it. Love 12 guns from the American line. Cruiser shot, pretty awesome. And we're going to do it again. The Des Moines just does not, it's too busy and just allowing his broadside to expose too much. Great shells right here, 12 angling. Oh, he got taken out right at the last minute. Bam, we get the last cleanup shot. Whammy kablammy. He is out. Des Moines is out of the game. So again, the Puerto Rico fiasco happened. You basically had to grind or do some impossible, even heavy hardcore gamers were basically commenting and saying that this was one of the hardest missions. I mean, even if they invested every single day, it was tough to get. But anyways, bottom line, it was a fiasco, and Wargaming had just to do a lot of PR and clean up mess with it. I still got it. Basically, it was I think they have made it available for money at some point, so it's like, you know what, this probably is never going to come back ever. You might as well get it as kind of like a historic, legendary thing, and we'll just get it. It boasts pretty good guns, I think. I mean, 12 of these, I would say Alaska type kind of guns. I don't know what the millimeter is, 200 something plus millimeter. Pretty awesome, great drop, plunging fire, somewhat good angles. And the radar, I mean, look, 10-kilometer radar, just like a normal Alaska kind of American cruiser, Des Moines kind of style. And if you build for it, man, the radar lasts for a while, which is why both the Haraguma and Druid are in a situation here where they're like, oh man, we got a Puerto Rico. And now we're taking some damage from the Druid, which I think is an OPAF, kind of ship. I like it. It's a really awesome ship, but man, going up against it is also brutal as well. Got a broadside Montana right there, but basically I got to turn away, and I feel bad for the Begonia. I didn't want to abandon him. But really, taking on a Druid as a cruiser is tough because of those improved pin angles, and then we got the Haraguma on the run. Other good things I like about the Puerto Rico, again, its maneuverabilities, as you can see. I mean, look at that turning circle, pretty fairly okay. Good propulsion if you keep it throttle forward. And the Haraguma is exposing himself as well, but the 12 guns is what I really like about it. I mean, being able to shoot, and if you build for IFHE, it pins almost up to 63 millimeters HE, which I don't recommend because I've tried it. It doesn't really work as well. The dispersion on it is pretty wonky, pretty bad, not as accurate as you want it to be. But I do like the AP shells on this thing. This thing is a monster nowadays. I don't know why, but the Puerto Rico AP shells, as you saw in the beginning of the video, did some pretty serious damage, not only to cruisers, but you can knock out some good Tier 8, Tier 9 battleships, and I think it can hold its own on some Tier 10. The Yamato is exposing right here. We'll take a quick shot at it. I don't think these shells will penetrate much of the armor, but we'll take a quick, hopefully nice shot of HE on it. But he dies in the first place anyways. It's all right. We're going to go ahead and press forward with this formation of GK, Gearing, and Burgonia leading the pack. We're going to see if we can wipe out these two pesky little DDs on here. Again, what a great support ship the Puerto Rico provides. It's a major intelligence platform. It's got hydro out to 5 kilometers. It's got radar out to 10 kilometers. It lasts about 6 seconds like that. You can see right there when I just activated it. So we're going to basically drive them in using radar and push them out, and then we have RPF. I mean, this is literally an intelligence platform with a lot of big guns. So I like it. I like the Puerto Rico, and just the ability to be able to provide that much of a support to your team is really great to help out. Look at that, 46-second radar. That is incredible right there, ladies and gentlemen. 46-second radar if you build for it, yeah, look at this. Now we're just basically pushing the Harrigan and the Druid forward as the Burgonia is pushing forward, and this is teamwork right here. We got the Marceau cap in A, and we're going to push the Druid and the Harrigan. These two bunch are pretty much dead in the water right here, so they're just running away at this point, just trying to survive. We take a quick pot shot right there. Boom, see, the dispersion's not as great. All those shells should have killed him, but you know what, our friends are going to get him. The secondaries, I wish they brought back secondaries for cruisers, because back in the day you could build for them. And man, I could get the Puerto Rico secondaries out to maybe 10 kilometers, which is pretty awesome. I'm not really sure what it was back in the day, but it was somewhere around 10, I think. But it was really, really cool. Yep, and the Druid's pretty much burning to death, and we'll let him die to the Marceau and everybody else. I can't believe the Burgonia died. Burgonia died to the Druid. I told you that thing is very, very powerful, so that's why you got to avoid it. Even a battleship has trouble taking on a Druid. And he goes down with the Marceau. Good job there. So, the Puerto Rico, a couple other things. Again, it's not available anymore. I wish it was. I wish they would allow people to either at least get it for doubloons, or even pay for money, or even coal. I think it's a good, well-rounded ship. I recommend it. I think it's great. To me, I thought it kind of replaced the Alaska at Tier 10. It's kind of a big version of Alaska. If you want to look at the Georgia, and the Georgia is the small version of the Ohio. I look at the Puerto Rico as the same thing. It is a big version of the Alaska, premium Tier 10 kind of Alaska with 12 guns of its own, and also a lot more secondaries. So again, this super battle cruiser, if you will, would have had so much potential if it was allowed to build for secondaries with the new secondary work accuracy. Has a great, I would say, mitigation of armor, and let's see if this shot hits right here. Oh, missed it right there. I only got one hit. Anyways, like I said, the armor is really great. It's low in the water, as you can see, kind of almost like Petro low. So you can really angle in and get some good, angling in to deflect some of those shots, as well as it's got a good, decent heel and so forth, just like a standard cruiser kind of thing. And plunging fire, boom, whammy kablammy, another Des Moines out of the game. Seems like we're the Des Moines killer this week, but the Puerto Rico is really suited for those heavy salvo plunging fires, like the miniature Montana of cruisers, if you will. So right now we're going to push right in and help out the Bravo cap and go towards the Burgonia. One scary thing about the Burgonia is it's got that reload booster that could totally penetrate and damage you with tons and tons of fire. I mean, it is literally, you're talking about 12 of their guns reloading at an increased rate, and can slap you, and using that great AP shells that the Burgonia has can really devastate you, especially if you're a cruiser. So you got to be very careful when you're angling in. Don't show broadside at all. If you can mitigate, you can try to use only the front guns initially. I mean, like what you saw right there, I took a shot, 6,000 damage, not bad. I took a shot right there. Now I'm showing too much broadside, so I basically have to angle in I'll get one more shot right here. Boom, I see his guns will probably fire right about now. And I gotta start turning and angling in towards this Burgonia, because it does take some damage on you. Boom, 7,700 right there, another good shot. I mean, I love it. I mean, these shells are something happened, man. They just must have updated where I'm getting way better damage on this ship now. I don't know, maybe nothing happened, maybe it's just me. Like I took a damage right there, and we gotta get one more shot in to kill this Burgonia and get him out of the game. I think he slows down right here. Yeah, 1,800 will take it. And I think he's going to die. He'll take one more shot right there. And watch this shot right here. Look at 12 shells coming right at us. My 44,000 damage. Boom! 31 down. So basically I lost 13,000 damage, right? You got to be very, very careful with shots like that. But again, the Puerto Rico took it like a champ. I mean, it pretty much can take a damage to keep on licking, to keep on ticking. And now we're going to keep on press in the battlefield. I mean, this game is pretty close. I mean, 5 on 4. We have got 2 kills, 116,000 damage with about, what, 8 minutes left in the game. We're going to help out our team try to eliminate this Montana best we can. Again, maintaining my angling. You notice the ship is angled about a 45 degrees off to this Montana. I'm not too worried. The guns are not, you can tell, are not aiming at me. So obviously not a threat right now. So we're going to continue pressing forward and go towards C-cap or D-cap. Take a quick another 12 shots right there. Not sure about the lead time on this one. Yeah, a little too late, but hey, 9,500 damage. Again, what is going on with these AP shells? They're incredible, especially with that nice plunging fire that we talked about. I mean, the angling is basically, it's going over the top, coming down at a steeper angle, which is hitting the deck armor, and you're really getting some good penetrations right there. That one, not so much. A lot more ricochets and non-penetrations right there. You notice on the right side of the screen. So I'm trying to aim basically right at the superstructure area because that's the most, I would say, the least amount of armor protection. So we'll fire right behind the main guns right there and see where those shells land. Again, look at that dispersion. Not the best. A lot of wonky shots are there. We only got 1 penetration shot. So again, what is really not as good as the Alaska, I would say. And I think it does, the Des Moines does a way better job at firing a high rate of fire with better dispersion. So again, you got to get a little bit closer. Those long range shots aren't best suited for the Puerto Rico. The Alaska does a way better job of it, but I mean, I wish they would bring the dispersion to the Puerto Rico. But again, if you get in close, these shells really do pack a punch. If you get in really, really nice and I would say brawling standpoint to get these things to bear. RPF is doing a great job of telling us where the other ships are at right now. Now, we only have the Napoli and the Holland, which the Holland is, I think, about to get a cracking in this game. So he was literally saving this team's butt while we were trying to just survive here. And notice, here's the one other aspect of it is the damage con and the heals do not allow this thing to brawl very long. Like I said, watch, we're at 43,000 damage, and we now have to take on Napoli not by ourselves, but I mean, essentially, it's going to be 1-to-1. Marceau is up ahead scouting for us, so I thought that was good. However, his detection is not as good as the Holland, so he's already probably spotted right now. And he's trying to take on the Holland or the Napoli. Not really sure. There's the Napoli right now. Now, the Napoli, the specialty of it is secondary sap shells, which I would love to have. I wish I could. I mean, that's my next coal ship is a Napoli. I recommend it. Just watch the amount of fire he brings to bear. And look at this bad shot dispersion right there. I don't know what happened there. That should have been more damage. 1 shell took 3,000 off. Not enough for us to be comfortable with. Now he's starting to angle in towards us. So watch these kind of improved AP kind of angles for this ship. I don't know if it has those improved angles, but yeah, you don't really get much out of that. You got to really hit the superstructure or pretty much a broadside with these shells. But man, do they pack a punch if you do get one right on the money. So Napoli's doing a great job of angling in. I am not doing a good job. If I could critique myself, I'm showing way too much broadside, and he's got, I don't know, 6 guns in front, so we're going to try and use all 12 guns to our advantage, and I have to keep angled into the Holland. So you got, again, splitting the 2 here, you got to make a decision. You got to watch out. We're going to take citadels from the left right there, or you're going to take torpedoes to the right. So we got to, I say torpedoes hurt me more, so we're going to see if we can hold this position right here and keep firing our 12 guns with the 12-second reload here. I mean, that is the one downside, a little bit longer reload. Right there, we took a massive hit right there. And now we see the torpedoes. I slam on the brakes, hard right, saving the damage con, just waiting. And look at those sap secondaries. I mean, this is pretty brutal. Man, I took a torpedo. That would have, if we hadn't taken that, we would have saved us fire. Everything we've got at the Napoli, and boom, whammy, go blammy. Can we survive this one? And the secondary sap shells get us again. Napoli, pretty awesome there. He got a lot of credits for there, and yeah, he was even saying that was close. That was a close call. Great job on the Napoli angling and doing everything he can by the book. Did it right, and we couldn't survive that one. But anyways, we got it down. 3 kills, 160,000 damage. We got it down to 1-on-1, and it looks like we win the game based on points. So hope you guys liked the video. Comment and like, subscribe, bell button. I appreciate it. We're trying to get to 300 subscribers. Appreciate all the support. And again, let me know what you think of the Puerto Rico. Anything we could do better? We could do, if we did something bad, good. Comment, like, subscribe, anything you can. We appreciate all the support. Love making videos. Love you guys. Hope you guys are doing great. Until next time, cheers.